So we're here with the Hyper, it's called on the box the E-Ride City. Okay, I'm excited to get into this one because this is a pretty affordable e-bike that I think maybe it's a good purchase for a wife or a mother, which in this case it's for our mom here. So I'm gonna build it for her, give it a quick little review, and then I'll let you know if it's worth the money. I think because of its bright blue color, it's perfect for that special lady in your life. Maybe you just bought an e-bike and you don't know if your spouse is gonna be into it yet or not, so you don't wanna invest in a really expensive one, so you find kind of a middle of the line. That's where this is. Plus, the shipping on this was really fast. We got it in only 3 days, whereas the other bikes I'm interested in, like the Electric XP and the Rad Runner, they're taking a couple weeks to get here. So if you want to hop on sooner than later, then a Hyper e-bike from Walmart might be your best bet. Let's hop in and see if it's worth it. Sorry I looked a little wild. I've been cutting my own hair since quarantine, so I look a little silly. But winter is over here, so I'm due for a shave. Forgot to mention, it does not come with lights, and from what I'm assuming, I have no idea, the seat is probably not the greatest, so we got a nice big butt seat here that we're gonna install too. So I probably added on another, like, I don't know, $50 in accessories. I'll let you know if that was worth it too. Odd or disappointing, the pricing on here says $589. I know a couple months ago it was only like $399. We got it for like $650, so about like $50 more than this. Not that it's a big deal, but I guess that's something to look out for. This is probably the price that you should look to pay, is closer to $600, but I mean, like I said, we got it here pretty quickly and it's for a gift, so we don't mind paying a little extra, and hopefully it's worth it. And now before we get this built, I want to talk about, here's what you're definitely not going to get for a bike this price is. You're not going to get disc brakes. So right off the bat, I see we got the hub brakes. I'm sure they're going to work just fine. They seem a little cheaper. I would definitely recommend probably getting an upgrade here. It's probably one of the first things to buy. I don't see a name brand on the motor. I don't think that's a deal breaker by any means, but you know, just these are the type of things that you're probably going to be sacrificing. The shocks, really nothing to write home about here. It's got like fake little dampeners, which is kind of funny. They don't do anything at all. You're not gonna have a screen. I recommend maybe getting one of those phone mounts here. Oh wow. So Shimano tourney here, which is like the lowest tier of derailleur they make, but at the same time, you know, it's really not too bad. I'm actually impressed, because usually you just get one that says Shimano on it, you know? It doesn't usually have a classification like tourney or Atlas or anything like that. So the fact that you have a tourney on here is actually a little impressive. I think like even a $500 rock hopper from Specialized is gonna come with a tourney. So, I mean, I could be wrong. I haven't looked at their lineup in a while, but it's something to note. So a decent derailleur, nothing great by any means, but it's not gonna be bad. The frame is actually really cool color, decent welds. I'm impressed with it overall. Let's get it built. Figure we'll run a little power out here. Looks like after opening this up, it almost looks chipped here. I don't know. So as I was trying to like wiggle this around, it totally just collapsed in on itself and fell in here. So I don't know if it's just this unit or what, but I don't know if I can recommend this thing. Maybe I can open this up. It seems pretty easy to get into. Let's do that first. Okay, with a lot of love, I was able to unscrew this unit here, which was up there. I can now reach the charging port, which is up there. And maybe, just maybe, I can salvage this. Either way, I'm taking it back, because if it came broken and it was this easy to break, like, there's no way this thing's gonna be reliable. So
Hopefully I can get it charged enough to at least see how it rides. I'd hate to not get it riding, so wish me some luck here. I'm gonna put my electrical engineering to the test, I guess. So really, this part comes right off. It would be really easy to replace. Just look at, just through shipping or whatever it was, this wing on the other side broke right off. I mean, you could see the plastic's just terrible quality. By some miracle, I have this contraption charging. You can see that there, it's going up. But I mean, between this, it's just red flag after red flag after red flag. I still am going to try to ride it, but like I said, right out the gate, right out the bat, I can't recommend this to anyone. I just can't, I don't know. All right, helmet's on. Just did a once over on the bike. Everything seems okay. I just took it for a quick spin to make sure everything's working, shifting all right. Battery, like I said, I got it to charge about halfway. That's awesome. Brakes are working. Yeah, so let's just go on a little cruise, and yeah, like about half power there, so it should be enough to give it a good test. Let's go to high. Still, I guess it's a little easier to pedal, but I'm still putting a lot of work in here. Oh, now we're good. Okay. Again. This hill's handling all right. I'm barely pedaling. So the problem with the motor only working when you pedal is when you go downhill like this, you can't get any extra boost. You just gotta coast, and that when you coast, you cut the entire motor off. So now you see pedal, motor's on. Stop pedaling, now motor's off. But there's no in between. I don't know. All right, after riding it around a little bit, just thumbs down all around. There's no way I can give this to my mother as a present. I just won't let it happen. So here's the main thing, is the pedal assist basically is just on or off. There's no varying degrees or anything like that. You know, so I'm gonna show you the low, medium, and high right here. And even with that, that's just like how much torque it's giving. It's still, no matter what, it's gonna feel the same. If you're, here, let me show you. You can't engage here, so you're just pedaling into nothing, and it's like, you feel silly, honestly. It's just a little weird. So if you ever go downhill, it's weird. Going uphill, it's definitely easier than with another bike. You can feel it kick on. But the scary thing, and here's why I think it's almost dangerous, when you stop pedaling, the motor keeps going. It'll keep going for almost a whole second. Overall looks though, I think it's a pretty nice looking ride. It looks sharp. Comfort is a 0. This thing's doing nothing for us. This fork here is doing nothing for us. In the back, you feel every little bump. I promise you that. I just think you could spend a little more and get an e-bike that you're actually gonna like, or you buy a really nice bike for, you know, you could get a pretty decent non-e-bike for $700. So, okay, some final thoughts on this nightmare e-bike. You know, let's say yours comes in good condition. It's still gonna be fun, you know, keep that in mind. And if you're not as picky as me, maybe you'll like it, but you know, I just really don't think you should buy it.
you know, and like I said, I had fun riding it. It's just, it was almost a little dangerous. Felt like I didn't have control over the motor, which is scary for especially someone older who might not be used to bikes even. I could see them really getting hurt, not even, you know, exaggerating. You know, someone younger though, it's probably pretty fun. And your kids too. I don't know if I'd let my kid on this. I just probably wouldn't. Maybe only on low speed. Some kids just walked by and saw me with my helmet on. Said, "Hey, I'm a pro BMXer." I'm like, "Cool, dude." It's like 9 years old. Shouldn't be talking to strangers. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. I hope you found some sort of value about this crazy adventure. Hopefully I went through this nightmare so you didn't have to. And just, you know, buy a nicer bike. Don't buy this one. All right, guys. I'll see ya.